Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I love doing this show. Not because I love doing this show, but because I love what it brings to you guys. So, y'all know how I feel about originals. And when people come to me with originals, or I get told by somebody that I have to check out these originals, I'm all over it. And of course, Terry LaChance had something to do with this one too, because she always does. Tonight's guest is a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy his songs. They're original, and they're original. They're good songs, they're good stories, and they're good music too. So sit back and relax and learn some new music, and welcome into your house and your heart, Owen McMahon.
Thanks, Dot. Thanks for having me. This first song is called Kim from the City, and it's about this girl I know from the city, and her name is Kim, and it goes like this. Well, my name is Kim, and I live in the city. I moved from Long Island, an accountant by trade. I'm pretty shy until you get to know me, but I ain't too shy to kiss on a first date. And that's what I did with this boy with good banter. He bought us both beers, and I shared my AC. I was bashfully smiling, looking down at my sneakers. Am I worthy of love? Is love worthy of me? Well, Dave's name was Dave. It'd be weird if it wasn't, since that's what it said on his Bumble profile. And though it was gross, he ate donuts in dozens. He seemed pretty thoughtful with a real charm and smile. And we walked through the big city blocks asking questions. Where are you from? What do you want to be? And it all felt so easy, like a natural digression. Are we worthy of love? Is love worthy of we? Toward the end of the summer, I hadn't heard from him. I was sad and then mad for a couple of weeks. Then I got a text sometime early in autumn, but that split-second hope very quickly got bleak as he spewed a whole bunch of bullshit about timing and some kind of drama in his family. And though we left the door open for some future aligning, he's worthy of love, but he ain't worthy of me. Well, my name is Kim, and I live in the city. I'm worthy of love, and love's worthy of me. Yeah, my name is Kim, and I live in the city. I'm worthy of love, and love's worthy of me. Thanks. All right. Kim from the City. This is the newest song I've ever written, and it's called I Work at a Grocery Store in Western Massachusetts, which is not what I really do, but I imagine somebody probably does, and I think this might be what it'd be like to do that. So it goes like this. I'm painting a picture that features a farmhouse, but it's meant to be of a tree. I've been trying to make it look like I imagined for a month's worth of off days at least. When I was younger, I didn't want nothing except for to finally be free from the hold of my hometown, the weight of my last name, and the hauntings of childhood dreams. So I moved out here to West Massachusetts. I know no one and no one knows me. Got a job at the Big Y. I've been here a year now in this town anonymously. I take a lot of walks and I eat state line pizza by myself usually. And I'm working out a plan for a job that pays better. I'm thinking about a business degree. But at night I still lose sleep over text threads I can't help but keep from old phone numbers I just can't delete. And when I'm laying in my bed replaying my life in my head, I can't outrun the dreams or the dread. I was gifted this book about shepherds in Scotland I've always intended to read. It sits on my shelf, but I can tell by the cover that the feeling would relate to me. I've been seeing this girl who played softball in college. I think she holds some kind of key to my young bones, my old soul, and the 1,000,000 unknowns that rage in me like Trojans and Greeks. So I'm painting a picture that features a farmhouse, but it's meant to be of a tree. Thanks a bunch. All right. This next song is called the hashtag LUVLYF. That spells Love Life Blues. And it's about Turner Classic Movies and losing your hair a little bit too early than you should. So you have to wear a hat onto the TV. And it goes like this. She's waiting on the edge of town for lucky number 3. I wouldn't feel so sad, but you know number 2 was me. She's west unto the world, and man, I swear she was the one. I guess it wouldn't work out anyways. I can't move for lack of funds. When I was young, I'd hope that love worked like romantic comedy. Find a hometown high school sweetheart, and one day she'd marry me. But the talking phase, the separate ways, just left me all confused, trying to navigate the hashtag LUVLYF blues. And I'm recommended dating apps where young pretty people meet, but icebreaker texts and selfies steal my soul and sell it cheap. I never really entertained them, too pig-headed and proud. The only Tinder that I like's made out of chicken anyhow. So I walk on down the highway, righteous, romantic, and bored. Every time I meet a pretty girl, my eyes will meet the floor. If I'm refusing the perusing of soulmates on my cell phone, I gotta quickly con some confidence to get comfortable alone. I watch old romantic movies when I lay in bed at night, where lovers faced with leaving really had to mean goodbye. I'll wait, I'll write, I'll kiss goodnight. It's fairly well, and then so long, kiddo, I gotta go. I hope we meet again and bear the weight of all that hope to someday reunite on a city street so far away, a nostalgic hometown night. But data makes that longing cliche and obsolete, 'cause you can't really miss nobody with FaceTime and Insta-feeds. My hair's thinning like I'm 40, man, I'm only 23. I shake my fist up at the sky. God, why you doing this to me? He says I gotta give these other guys a chance, it just ain't fair. Oh, and none of them would get a girl if I let you keep your hair. Well, that's nice, you think I'm handsome, but I'm single, only two, and if I can't find her before it falls out, don't know what I'm gonna do. Relax, it's just your hair, there's more important things, okay? And girls who'd marry based on hairlines ain't the good girls anyway. Nostalgic, how I think things used to be. Lament the looks I wish I had. Lack of tech literacy. Curse Romeo and Juliet, who sent no anxious text response, 'cause I've only been in love in years 2000 and beyond. And I'm struggling to figure out what any of this means. Take a forced and fixed step forward into human history. Search for solace in the hope somewhere she's looking for me too, and singing about her hashtag LUVLYF blues. All right. Thanks a bunch. Okay. This is another newer song. This is a song called "The Breakup on the Pony Express," and it's about like if there was like a long distance breakup over text messages, but when they only had Pony Express. And it goes like this. Me and Paul met here in Wichita on April 27th. I'm no fool for love at first sight, but I'm a sucker for the second. He's a Yankee from New England, where they think they're all so special. I was a black girl from the Delta, a whole different kind of rebel. I saw him first down at the courthouse, busting out the water closet. He screamed, I swear it wasn't me, but someone clogged the toilet. But the second time I saw him, just us two outside the tavern, we soon remade the real world into one we'd reimagined. All hometowns were mixed together, all our friends had just arrived. There were ball games, concerts, parties, only see us, no goodbyes. And no one was left dreamless or weighed down with too much dreams. If you had the guts to face yourself, your sins could be redeemed. The threshold of transcendence was there and it was real. The ocean and the gloaming had the true power to heal. And you gave your love to who you pleased, to the brave and to the shy. In these towns and cities, countries, all built by Paul and I. So it seemed heaven was here in Wichita with Paul. I liked the way he dropped his R's and he liked my southern drawl. We held our twitchy hands and carved initials into trees, held tight against the future with our secrets and our dreams. I wanted to write novels, he just wanted worn out shoes. He confessed he clogged the toilet, I said yeah, everybody knew. And we spent 1 month in Wichita in inseparable bliss. I said he was my first true love and he told me I was his. When Paul was called back to New England, we'd use use Pony Express, and our reimagined world had expanded its address. The waiting was the hardest, about 6 weeks there and back, and like Christmas kids with Santa, we would trace the pony's tracks. The letters were so sweet, full of romance and reunion, but I began to get this feeling like something bad was looming. And then a few weeks later, Pony Rider gave a knock. Paul's letter, postmarked Boston, just said, babe, we need to talk. Now a Pony Express breakup ain't an ideal situation. It took over a year just to complete our conversation. I offered to come see him on these new things they call trains, but Paul said not to bother, that his mind could not be changed. He couldn't give me a good reason, said it was him, it wasn't me. I think he just didn't have it in him to see the tears stream down my cheeks. In October 1861, my last letter to Paul, I just wrote, I'll always love you, that was it, and that was all. And I never heard from Paul again after 1861. Pony Express couldn't keep up and the train companies won. And though I prayed for his safety all through the Civil War, I just couldn't put my life on hold hoping he'd knock at the door. So I moved up to Chicago for a fresh start to my life. I learned a lot about myself, working days and writing nights. And my first novel got published, titled Oh What Might Have Been, about this reimagined world that Paul had left me living in. Well, sometimes I think of Paul. I search subconsciously in crowds. I wonder if he read my book. I think if he could see me now. One time I swear I saw him from a train up in Philadelphia. I must admit he still looked good, though his hairline went to hell. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy. I've chased dreams and I live life. I've had a faithful marriage to a man who treats me nice. But it's that reimagined world brings me to Wichita tonight. Hoping Paul's outside the tavern so we can bring it back to life. Cool.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Your songs are so much fun.
This is a song. This is, I think, the first song I ever wrote that I thought was any good, and I call it. I heard Bruce Springsteen say this once when he was introducing the song "Growing Up," and he said he wrote that song trying to fill the sneakers of his heroes or whatever. So I stole that from Bruce Springsteen. I stole the title, and it's called "Sneakers to Fill," and it's my song, but it's derivative. The natural takes his showdown stance. A could-be kid with a cosmic chance stands starry-eyed with an ancient kind of will. From a threshold town with no way out to rescue himself from without and leave behind some big sneakers to fill. A soul man, a constant sorrow, losing blues in a car he borrowed and yearning for the searching. Feels no ease with being young, conquered fear of leaving certain shore with a hard luck hope for something more. And the anger on the run, it looked like fun. So I wrestled with reality for a young man's immortality. I felt it strong and simple like you do when you're alone. I ran and reached and overwhelmed, left locals laughing to themselves, and did that heavy work all on my own. I swore that I'd mug smug impossibilities, add my name to the histories, and jump a train for the passing lane, wave this town goodbye. To cramped clubs and open fields, I gotta know just how it feels, exhausted but alive at the end of the line. Oh, but I've no wonder boy ability, no hero was I born to be, and the wanting will forever be my curse. But I'm stubborn through the sleepless nights in resistance of a mythless life for the universe and my movements and my words. when they say get in line and keep that job, man, deep inside I know they're wrong. I believe that there's some greatness in my muscles and my mind. I'm gonna clear my head of all distractions, not content to see what happens. I need it now, but man, I couldn't name it if I tried. By my Dylan Bones and Springsteen soul, the baseball guys I used to know, romantic dreams and a steady climb uphill. I'll search and search until I'm blind, and one blessed night I'm gonna find it. Till then I got some big sneakers to fill. Until then, I got some big sneakers to fill. All right, cool. So, we're filming this here in the great state of Connecticut, where I'm from, and the abbreviation for the state of Connecticut, like if you're going to write a letter or something, is CT. And we have these things in Connecticut that happen once a week. They're called Saturday. Every week, same time, there's a Saturday. Usually there's a Saturday morning, afternoon, but then it always ends with Saturday night. And so I wrote this song. It's called Saturday Night in CT, and it goes like this. Well, it's Saturday night in CT. You're feeling kinda low. Wanna go out and try to get lucky, but there ain't no place to go. And it's Saturday night in CT. You cut the grass all goddamn day. Come home and just turn on the TV and dream about moving away. But your belief will break so easily and fold to reasoned inquiries. It leaves you broken, busting at the seams. 'Cause you can't save much cash, you see, embarking on no odyssey, in debt and dire need of gasoline. And it's Saturday night in CT, striking midnight, we're in Boston now. Everybody here's thinking about leaving, but my mind's on getting out. And it's Saturday night in CT, striking midnight on the Metro North. With things around here getting sleepy, I wonder what it's like tonight in New York. But pure escape just isn't good enough. It's meaningless and it's given up. Maybe move away, but that ain't all you need. And this world fills up my head with doubt that if these dreams can't get me out, it'll be too late to leave by any means. From a mythless generation of remakes and unrealized dreams, this fear ain't my boss no more, babe. No more maintenance life for me. Tonight my soul's got a trace of transcendence. There's something here, and I believe it's more than hope, relocation, and pipe dreams, and hungry Saturday nights in CT. Woo! Only chooched one of those words. Which reminds me, by the way, if you want to hear these songs where I don't mess them up, they're all over like the Spotify and everything. Let's see. This is a song about, I call it the allergy song. And I only call it that because it says allergies in the very first line of the song, and I don't really have a better name for it. So it's not about, histamines or anti-inflammatories or anything, but it is called the allergy song, and it goes like this. My allergies were killing me in the AM hours. 3:30 over-the-counter meds ain't gonna do. And I know I won't get to sleep tonight, so as I wait for the morning light, I'm gonna write a song between my sniffles and I choose. I'm a late to bed, early to rise, burn both ends of the candle guy, and I still feel I don't get enough done. Which table should I leave things on? Is this choice right or is it wrong? In the end, am I even having any fun? 'Cause I don't go to clubs and I don't do drugs and I never cared for drinking much. The thought of cigarettes makes me want to puke. So keep your THC and your CBD and those other hazy ABCs. They ain't for me, but I ain't judging you. 'Cause I lose these tiny bits of soul down endless YouTube rabbit holes. The content, it fills me up with rage. And the staring at it hurts my eyes. I know it's all a waste of time. Funny, everyone agrees, but there's no change. And I lose some irrecoverable ground with every pretty girl let down. I'll feel farther away and filled with guilt. 'Cause something's gone you won't get back. It's no one's fault, it's just a fact. I haven't had sex in 3 years, man, but still. There is this one girl that I sorta know, works in this diner where I go for milkshakes, try to ask her on a date. I gotta get the bit between my teeth, I'm up 15 pounds the last 3 weeks. I ain't asked her yet, but I swear today's the day. And I think most jobs on TV seem cool, chefs, detectives, lawyers too, and I say I'd like to try that for myself. But the parts of me that think that way, they change their minds most every day. As career goals go, it's really not much help. When I was young, I had this simple dream. I messed it up, and I can't believe I gotta live with this regret my whole life long. So now I think if I sing good enough and pick all the right words and stuff, somehow that I'll go back and right that wrong. I'm talking egotistic, allergenic nonsense. I'm talking yearning with a touch OCD. I'm talking, oh say can you feel it, 21st century human spirit blues that I stole from Woody Guthrie. Well, it's dawn now and I'm getting up. I got work today and it's gonna suck. Most times I can't tell if I'm a bust or blessed. So I curse and smile to myself, hold heaven tight and walk through hell. In the end, it's a little bit of both, I bet. I'm talking egotistic, allergenic nonsense. I'm talking yearning with a touch OCD. I'm talking, oh say can you feel it, 21st century human spirit blues that I stole from Woody Guthrie. Cool. Thanks a bunch.
Yeah, that's an awesome song.
Thank you so much. This is a song, I always thought that shopping plazas were pretty romantic. Specifically, these couple near where I grew up in Thomaston. So I wrote this song. I always had this fantasy driving by plazas that the employees in the summertime would play. You know, they'd have like heated games of wiffle ball and stuff against each other, like stores against stores. And I don't think it happens, so I made up a song about it, and I call it the Downtown Plaza Wiffle Ball War Saga, and it goes like this. Well, well, the Naturals got a bold look in the late afternoon sun, like a movie, but the cameras just ain't there. As he gathers up his coworkers, turned teammates for a pep talk like a prayer. He says all damn day we slaved away at Ralph's Retail Supply, at this summer job where not one of us cares. But now we've got a chance to snatch a victory from a long day of despair. And the crew from Big Frank's Pizza House emerged across the lot. They were talking all that trash like 9 Ric Flairs. And their leader, Mean Big Frank himself, talked loudest with intimidating stares. And the two teams crossed the lot like a western without guns, just yellow bats to settle this affair. In the plaza parking lot down on South Main Street where glory could be theirs. In the downtown plaza, wiffle ball war saga raged on all summer long. Well, the game became a classic and the score swung back and forth, but Big Franks, they took the lead and had designs on putting it away as Doughboy Darrell pounded a line drive. But Sarah made a dive and play to take a 2-out hit away, and Ralph's Retail came to bat down 6-5. In the bottom of the 9th, they'd need a rally for to keep their hopes alive. And with 1 man on and 2 men out, the natural came to bat with concrete buildings turning orange out in the sun. With a deep breath and a smile, recalled his dad's advice, do your best and have some fun. And just then he took a mighty swing and the ball flew on the fly out to Crazy Bruce's liquor store's front door. The center fielder got it to the shortstop as the catcher shouted for. And the downtown plaza wiffle ball war saga raged on all summer long. Now the storefront of the plazas changed a lot down through the years, but that ragged patch of parking lot's still there, where Ralph's Retail met Big Frank's for glory and the answers to their prayers. And the new kids at the new stores fight the new wars in the sun, just like the natural and his friends fought theirs and won. To try to have some fun and hear that they were good from the one they need it from. In the downtown plaza wiffle ball war saga raged on all summer long. All summer long.
Owen, you want to do one more song and then come sit and talk to me?
Sure, one more song.
One more song.
This is a song called Comer in Spanish means eating. And it's supposed to be like a children's song. It's got like gibberish in it. It goes like this. Comer in Spanish means eating. I'll bet you didn't know that. Of all things to know in this whole great wide world, that's one of those things that's a fact. Well, there's other facts that we don't know. How many animal species there are. Well, we'll try and we'll try, but we'll never say hi to all the animals under the stars. Well, some things we don't know that aren't facts. These things are nonsensical words, like bloobity blop and sneezily snot and fleabity floobity flurb. The most valuable things to be knowing are things that ain't facts but are true, like the dreams in your head and the strength in your heart and the love that I have for you.
Wow. So, yeah. So while Owen's putting his guitar down and coming down and miking up, let me please, once I'm on the air, anyway, let me please tell you about some wonderful things going on. I would like to tell you that I'm in the shadows over here. Anyway, I'd like to tell you that tonight is the last night that you could have gone to the Hygienic Art Show. Sorry, but it was wonderful for those of you that got to participate and got part of. But just saying, there's all kinds of things. There are so many events going on at Hygienic that you just have to go to hygienicart.org and you can get your fill of. Also, I want to tell you that there's some really great shows coming up at the Guard. Number one, right off the top of my head, Drumline is tomorrow night. Or was it last night? Oh, well. Also, the Breeze Line Winter Cinema Series is going on, and they're showing some great flicks. Also, coming up on May 20th, you might want to get your tickets now. Keb Mo will be in the house. So that's going to be a great show, just in case it's something you're interested in. So now, something I'm interested in, just a fact, I'm going to talk to Owen. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my gosh. So that last song, somehow I knew that the end was going to be about love. Yeah. Somehow and it brought a little bit of a little weepy bit here.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
it's
good.
got some real emotion to it. Even with the nonsensical words, I like that. I like it a lot.
Well, thanks. I always thought that, I didn't always think this, but I guess I've kind of like come to think this, that it's easier sometimes to get at like a more serious thing if you start off a little bit lighter.
Silly?
Yeah. And also, I mean, if I made that song up walking around a Walgreens, and I don't know, it just came.
It's a great song.
Well, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
So all these songs were great. So many of them made me smile or made me go, yeah, or made me just like go, oh, write songs like this.
Thanks.
What makes you write these songs? They are very Woody Guthrie-ish and a little Bob Dylan-ish, a little bit of some. Now, you are way not old enough to remember Woody. Yeah. You might know Arlo, and maybe you've even seen him in concert, but how did you get invested in Woody Guthrie's music?
I guess I started listening. My parents had really great music taste, so they kind of introduced me to things early on, but then I went back in high school and kind of like rediscovered them for myself. And my favorite guy was Bob Dylan. He just like, you know, a zillion people have this story, but he just kind of like blew my doors off, and it was kind of like, you know, hearing somebody sing about like, that's the way I've always felt about the world, and, you know, you just never was able to say it. And then when you really find someone you really love their music, the first thing I do, at least, is I go try to find who did they really like.
Right.
And he was, you know,
a big influence, at least according to the stuff that I came across, a big influence on Bob Dylan. So, and I mean, the internet, I don't really like the internet very much, but generally speaking, but one thing that is good is you have access to all this
Wonderful
stuff.
music, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Before I'd have to have like a record player, but now I can just put it on my phone and I can go drive or on a train or on a bike ride or whatever and still listen to the music. So
Nice.
yeah.
So your talent, your song subjects
Yeah.
are multiple. There's
Yeah.
a lot. What makes you write a song?
Sometimes I just have like a thought that I think is funny, and I just try to make up a song around that. But I don't know. I think about writing songs a lot, and I don't know. I guess I feel like I have something not something to say that sounds super, full of yourself.
Super reality?
I was gonna say super like self-indulgent, but I don't know. It makes me feel better, I guess, in some kind of way to have it like down and then you can just take them with you wherever you want. So
Nice.
yeah, so it's
I'll
fun.
tell you about singer-songwriters. One of the things that's so special about people like you is that, no, really, this is, and I've said it to other people that do what you do, because I can't do what you do, but in my head, no, I can't. In my head, I have these thoughts and feelings, and I don't know how to formulate the reality of what they are. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, totally.
And then I'll hear a song,
Yeah.
like your nonsense word song, and the allergy song.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
Like being awake all night and knowing that you're not going to get any sleep and just waiting for these things that you've written about are thoughts and feelings that many of us don't know how to put words to or put thoughts to. And that's what you singer-songwriter people do for me. And I'm almost positive that if you do it for me, you're doing it for a bunch of other people too.
Well, that would be great. I would also say that I think that I'm of the belief that anybody can write a great song. I think everybody, all it really comes down to is like thinking an idea that you have is good enough to eventually be a song, and then sometimes you just have to sit in a chair for a long time and just scribble and cross out and scribble some more and cross out. I think everybody can write a great song, and not that I mean, I don't know. I think everybody can write good songs. If I can do it, certainly other people can do it. Because I didn't start writing songs till I was older, so.
Well, you're definitely a great songwriter, and it's so much fun. What do your parents think of your songs?
My parents are supportive of me writing songs. I don't share them with them much. I have a hard time, I think, sharing songs like with people I know personally from like before I started writing songs. I always say I could play in front of 10,000 strangers, but like 3 people I know, yeah. Like 3 people I know personally, for some reason I just get freaked out. But they're very supportive, and they always encourage me, and they would like to come out to the shows and stuff.
Does your mom have a favorite song?
She might, but she hasn't mentioned one to me.
Okay.
If she does, I'm sure she does. I'm sorry, Mom, if you do, and I'm just forgetting. But I don't remember her ever telling me.
So I know, just because I keep my eye to the internet, I look at what's going on and who's putting video out and who's doing open mics. I know that you're making it out to a lot of open mics, and you've gotten connected to the music community in our state.
Sure.
How does it feel to be part of that immense and multi-talented group of people?
I think it's pretty cool, to go to open mics and kind of like know a bunch of people there already. All sorts of people, like you mentioned Terry before. I've known Terry for years now, mostly from the Buttonwood Tree open mics. But other people too, that you make friends and help each other out, and it's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun to walk into a dive bar and see a table full of people, all different sorts of people, who you know and who you are going to have a fun time with that night. So
right, and the music styles are so diverse.
Yeah.
Don't you think? They're just wonderful. So you get an idea, you write a song. Does it take you an hour, a day, or a week, or longer to write a good song?
It depends. Some of them come really quick. If they come quick, I usually do very little editing of them, because if they come fast, that doesn't happen a lot, but if they come out quickly, they're usually pretty good. Other times I edit for a long time. Other times I just have like an idea. Like I played a song called The Love Life Blues.
Yep.
And there's a line in there that says, what is it? The only Tinder that I like's made out of chicken, anyhow. And I thought of that in a lecture hall in college once.
Okay.
But I didn't write the song till like 3 or 4 years later. So I just had that idea, like I just had that phrase in my head for a really, really long time before I found a spot for it. Yeah. And the whole song is kind of built around, I mean, it becomes more than that, obviously, but
right.
It kind of gets like, that's like the jumping off point, is like I have this line and I think it could be a good fit in a song, and then you just kind of, like I said, just keep scribbling and crossing out and scribbling and crossing out.
Wow. I find that I have a tendency to write, and I do what did you major in college?
History.
Okay.
Bad for getting a job, but it was, I like history.
Bad for getting a job, but I found that, I still find that writing for college is different than writing for me.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And I struggle with writing for professors. I don't struggle with writing for me. You know, and I do when I write for me, it's like I just write and it just comes out like your fast songs that come out. But editing, once I pontificate on paper, so to speak, it's done. It's done. Sometimes I might change a word or a phrase, but no, I don't think that once it comes out like that, if my muse says write this down, then my muse wants it to be the way it is, and that's a good thing. So I don't know what you do with a history degree except teach history.
Yeah.
So what are you doing out in the world that people can relate to, because they like to know what their songwriters do? Sure.
I work at a program that's connected with the University of Hartford.
Okay.
And we work with college-age students, 18 to 22, with disabilities.
Oh, cool.
So we go out to job sites and in the community, and we work on, employment skills and independent living skills, with the, that being the goal.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
so it's
good work.
It's a lot
hard work.
It can be, but I find 95% of the time I really, really like what I do, and the students are really great. They're hilarious. They're a lot of fun, and some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. But yeah, it's good for now. I really enjoy it, which is more than a lot of people can say.
Do the students like your music?
I try to keep it away, like separate as much as I can. A couple of them have found it, and they all, at least they tell me they like it. Maybe they're making fun of me in private, but they all tell me they like it. It's the place I work is a very supportive environment for everybody. So my coworkers and stuff, they all know that I do music, and they've come out to shows and stuff. So
nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to work with people like that.
It is. It really is. So You mentioned during your set that you have some stuff on Spotify. Where can people find you?
So, I put all my stuff out through DistroKid. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Never heard of it.
It's like a third-party thing. Basically, you send it to them, and they put it on all the streaming sites. So like iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're listening to music, it's on there, and it's just under my name, so it's Owen McMahon, Owen McMahon, and I have an Instagram, which apparently I guess matters. So if you feel so inclined to follow me, that might be cool. It's either my name _ like Owen McMahon _ or _ Owen McMahon, but I'm pretty positive it's Owen McMahon _ So if you don't want to, I totally get it. I probably wouldn't either, but it matters, I guess. So that'd be cool if you did that.
And you're also on Facebook.
Yeah. Yep. I actually made a Facebook solely to send you a message. So Facebook.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. So Facebook, not as much stuff out on Facebook, but I'm working on it. You got to come. I'm so bad at social. I hate social media. If I wasn't doing
a rock
this,
star.
If I wasn't doing music, I wouldn't be on anything.
Or a folk artist. You're really not a rock star. You're a folk artist.
I'm just the guy who makes up songs, I think. I don't know.
But it's folky type music. It's very Dylan Guthrie type music, and I think that Woody would be proud to know that you have followed in his sneakers.
That would
trying
be huge.
to fill his sneakers, and I don't doubt for a minute that Arlo would think that you were an amazing storyteller.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be awesome.
Right?
That'd be
right?
great.
Have you ever seen him live?
I haven't been there in person. I've seen a lot of YouTube stuff.
He says he's not performing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But if by chance he decides to go on the road one last time, get to a show.
I definitely will.
They're full and they're fascinating and they're full of stories. And I don't think I've ever heard him do the same song the same way twice.
That's cool. Yeah.
He rewrites his songs while he's up there telling stories.
Yeah.
And he's got some famous songs and whatever, but you never hear him the same way twice. So if I was going to encourage you to see anybody, it wouldn't be Dylan. It would be Arlo, because he's an amazing storyteller, just like his dad was. So that's a lot of fun. Now, here's the question. You put things out on streaming platforms. Are you going to put some CDs out?
I have CDs.
You do?
I do. I don't have any with me, unfortunately.
Well, how do we get a hold of those?
If you come see me at an open mic, I'll just have a bunch of them in my backpack, and I'll just give them to you if you want. And if I don't have them right there, I'm happy to send them to you if you feel comfortable giving a relative stranger your address. But I'm happy to mail them, send them. If you see me, I'll give them to you for free. I'm just happy to have anybody listen to them. And I was having a conversation the other day with a friend of mine in New York City. I gave him a CD years ago, my first ever CD, and he said he lost. He doesn't know where it is. So I thought it's a cool idea to me that maybe one of my CDs is on somebody's basement floor in Idaho or something, and that some stranger might pick it up. I think it's really cool. So yeah.
That is cool. Did you send him a new one?
I gave him a new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's tough because the CDs I just burn them myself. I just one after the other on my laptop, and they take forever to make. And a lot of people do the streaming thing now. So the easiest way is definitely to type me in on something on a streamer. But if you want a CD, I'm more than happy to make you a CD. I'll special make one for you.
I'm an old school DJ.
Oh, okay.
I mean, old school. I play vinyl, and because vinyl doesn't usually have, now everybody has vinyl, but for the last 5 years, you can get vinyl of pretty much anything. But before that, it was all CDs.
Yeah.
So I play CDs
Mm-hmm.
and I play vinyl,
Okay.
but I don't live stream.
I'm happy to send you a CD.
You can do that, and I will play it on the radio.
Cool.
And I have been snapped at. So, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Could you take us out with a song?
Sure, of course.
Thank you for coming
Thank
to
you
the
for having
show.
me. This has been a lot
You're
of fun.
so much fun. So much fun to listen to. And so much, you're so animated. Go sing us a song. So while he is getting ready to sing us a song, let me please tell you that it's winter. It's February. And even though we've had a nice mild winter, and in New London I haven't seen any snow, but it's cold out. Make sure that your neighbors have heat and water. Make sure the kids in your hood got shoes on their feet, coats on. Take care of your community. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
All right, one more song feels appropriate after our conversation. This is called The Greatest Singer-Songwriter You've Never Heard Of, and it's most certainly not about me. It's about like guys you meet at dive bars and open mics. It goes like this. Well, there Bob Dylan stood, and he was shaking in his boots, and Springsteen slipped out silently the back door of the room. Neil Young and Noli G, they rolled their eyes, highly sarcastic. You know Tom waits for no man, throws his hands up, says I've had it. Jason Isbell, Josh Ritter, Frank Turner, and Brian Fallon all cowered behind John Prine like they knew what was gonna happen. And Woody Guthrie left the stage to well-deserved high fives, but deep down they knew they were doomed. The greatest had arrived. Well, his horseshoe bald head glimmered in the bright main stage spotlight as he prepared to sing his 3 songs at Heaven's roadside open mic, and he strummed his first chord playfully, a confident A minor, and sang a love song about a first date at a diner. It was all filled up with sweet talk and self-deprecation, and ended up in hard-won happy ending adoration. And then there was this one line that made everybody cry. If I had to say see you to everyone, I'd give you my goodest bye. His second song rang true about hometowns and dreams and hopes, with romanticized depictions of familiar towns and folks, and the blues you get from your family and your own great expectations, the contrary reality of your sacred aspirations, the all too common problems of a life lived in between, and not failing to make good but to even chase your dreams. And then there was this one line about the distance that lies between fuck it, we're gonna die, and don't blow being alive. As he prepared to sing his last tune, all the greats made jealous jokes, and wannabes like me got up real close to take good notes. And he said something funny as he capoed up to 3 and sang a song that could have changed the world, and that night it did for me. It made you feel that everything you ever felt was right and wrong, struck love and fear and hope inside a tight 2-minute song, and he sang until you